Well, it is kind of crazy how this weather changes. Yesterday everything was covered with snow, and today it's gone. We didn't really have a big accumulation of snow, maybe an inch or two, but like I said, with that little bit of a warm up and some rain, wiped it all out. So right now I am burning. That's how we get rid of our trash. We burn it. So I'm doing that right now, and it'll do its own thing. Once I got it in there and covered up, it pretty much takes care of itself at that point. But yeah, so with that, Mrs. Howell is doing some laundry, and then I think I'm gonna end up running over to a hardware store and getting the bathtub and the surround and a couple of other things that are needed to keep working on this bathroom. So
you.
there's Mrs. Howell. She's talking bad about the way I hold my camera when I make the videos, so I'm gonna...
Because he does it with down here and looks down.
Hi, how are you? Did I have any boogers in there?
Oh.
No. Okay, so and basically you got, this is your control valve. It's going to have the handle here. This is your line that goes down to this, so that'll get connected to that, and then this is where the spigot comes out for the filling the tub. This one here will go up to this one. That'll connect there, and that is the one the spigot will come out for the shower head. And these two are your supply lines, hot and cold, that will connect down here to the hot and cold lines. So I marked on here the spacing for how high they should be. There's recommendations depending on what you're doing, but based off this specific faucet and setup, I marked this location is where the bottom of my 2x4 for that, with the hole that I'll cut open right here for that to go through. And then this line is my center line for my control valve, and that'll go through right there. And then this line up here is where my shower head will go, and I will Cut that out right there. Woohoo! Okay, so we got it all hooked up. We got everything turned on. Let's come on through here into the mess. Turn on this light. Ta-da! So there we go. We have a drain that works. A drain vent slash stopper that works. A faucet that works to fill the tub. A handle and knob that works to turn the water on and off, and a shower head that was leaking on the backside. No! Yeah. So let me show you where the leak was. It was right here, not from the PEX, but where that actual stem threads into that fitting. As you can see, there's Teflon tape on there, and that can sometimes be tricky, but you know, sometimes they say less is more, and sometimes they say more is more. So I did the same amount of Teflon tape. I usually do 3 turns, so I did the same thing on all of these, on that one, down in here, right? There's all over the place. So normally what I do is 3 full wraps. I don't know, that's just what I do, random. There's no reason necessarily for it. I just feel like that makes a good amount of good coverage, and typically it works fine for me. So what I ended up doing with that is I threaded it together, I ran it, tested it. It was dripping, real slow drip. So sometimes more is more, which is to say I tightened it more, and I used the actual monkey wrench, pipe wrench, whatever you want to call it, and I gave it one more full turn, and I was afraid I was going to break that thing. I thought it was going to snap, and I also caused some marring on that spigot that comes out. It's not extremely noticeable. I notice it because I did it, but I tightened it one more full turn, and guess what? It still leaked. Yes. So in that case, it was not better to just tighten it up. Sometimes that works, and in this case it didn't. So I took it off. I checked to make sure there was nothing in the threads that might have been, damaged the threads of some kind, and there wasn't. They looked fine. So what I ended up doing is I wrapped it with new fresh Teflon tape. I ended up putting about 5, actually probably 6 wraps, full wraps all the way around. And then I just hand tightened it to where, it's in the right position. Those can be tricky because they're angled, right? Let me go through here. Okay. Right, so because this is angled, from here it comes out and then angles down, right? You can't just tighten it to where it feels nice and leave it, because that has to angle down. So that's why these can be a little tricky. Under tightening or over tightening is not good. So I got it hand tight, angled down where I wanted it. It's coming out and angling down. It's not like angling towards me. It's not angling towards the back wall. It's pretty much straight down. And after I wrapped it, 5 or 6 full wraps, and then hand tightened it right there in that position, I tested it again, and this time we're good. There was no leakage. So in that case, it was better to have more Teflon tape and just hand tighten it. and that worked out good. That was the only snag that I had to deal with. Otherwise, everything else went in nice and smooth. Everything is sealed up nicely. There are no leaks anywhere. Supposedly, the guy from the hardware store, who has no name but is orange in their label. I don't get paid for advertising, so if you know who it is, you know who it is. The guy said that this is a non-caulking, like there's no caulking required around these seams. There's lips, the way these things interlock with each other and all that stuff. The water runs down and channels into the tub and down the drain, so you don't have to worry about caulking anything. However, when I ran this, I angled the shower head just because I didn't want it splashing out this way. I had it angled. I pushed this away like this, and I looked on the back side since I still have access, which is a good thing. And I looked back in here because I could still see. And what I see here, I don't know if you can see that on the video or not, but there is some water that came out and is down in here from that up there. So I don't think I trust that whole no caulking required thing. I'll make sure that I get the mold and mildew resistant type that's, you know, made for showers and tubs and moist areas. And I think that'll be the best way to go. So anyway, I think that's going to wrap this one up. We will see you guys on the next one. We'll keep working on this bathroom.